I mean, we're in broad daylight, you know. But
he was too scared to.
I love Halloween.
I love the vibes, the scary movies, the candy, the haunted houses, all of that stuff.
The fall, it's getting darker, things like that. And I think we're reacting to something scary today.
Dun, dun, dun.
What are we reacting to?
So today we're gonna be I was gonna say describing because I saw disturbing. We're gonna be reacting to 3 disturbing true horror stories by Mr. Nightmare.
Oh my god, Mr. Nightmare is pretty cool. The first time I heard about him was what was it? It was at actually Halloween.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I think someone played it. And it was pretty cool. Like it's very, even if you don't get scared, but it makes you think because you know they're real life stories.
Right.
So you start thinking like, could it happen to me? Like what's happening?
Like what would you do in that situation?
Yeah, what would I do in that situation? But I feel like as a guy, of course it's different. Have you seen that TikTok or reel that's been going around of girls being like, I've been mad at him for 3 hours. How come he hasn't noticed that I'm mad at him? You know, and it's just a girl like staring. It's like her inner thoughts. And then you just see the guy sitting down and he's like thinking, yeah, I think I could beat a bear in a fight. Yeah, I think I could take him. And I feel like that's just like...
That is such a guy thing to do and a girl thing to do. For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's
see number 1, guys. Let me get comfy real quick.
Are the doors locked just in case?
You know, some guy pulled up on us right now. So.
I know, it was low-key scary. Alright.
Alright.
Story number 1.
When I was around 12, I had the one bedroom in the house that wasn't on the 2nd floor. My parents' house was a high ranch, so when you entered the house, it split off to 2 floors.
That's already kind of scary. Having the bedroom in the bottom.
I know.
I mean, I can't relate having a 2-bedroom, you know, but I mean a 2-story. But I'm just imagining it from like that perspective where your whole family's upstairs, so you know you could easily run into each other and stuff like that. But you're downstairs, like vulnerable.
I know.
So interesting.
1 half flight of stairs going upstairs and 1 downstairs. The downstairs level had the den, the garage, my bedroom, and a bathroom. The other 3 bedrooms in the house were all upstairs. Since I grew up the oldest and the only boy in the house with 2 sisters, I got the room downstairs because it was the biggest and technically the coolest room.
No, that makes sense.
After I turned 10, my parents gave my twin bed to my little sister and I got a full-size bed, which was a bit of an upgrade because the room was big and could certainly fit a bigger bed. When I was 12, my little sisters were around 5 and 8. So at this age, I would be allowed home alone, but my 5-year-old sister wouldn't be left alone with me, and my 8-year-old sister would only be left alone with me if my parents weren't going to be gone for too long. If they'd be gone for longer periods of the day, then one of my parents would take both of my sisters. For this short period of time, I'd say like 3 nights in a row, maybe a little more, I was waking up in the middle of the night for no reason, and I'd have trouble falling back asleep.
That actually has happened to me.
Waking up in the middle of the night.
It was, I think it was this month, not this month, this year, where I would randomly wake up at 3:05, 3:15, 3:10.
The devil's hour.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why do you think I was?
That's crazy.
Why do you think I would always wake up at that time?
What if you felt like somebody was watching you, you just didn't know, and that's why you woke up?
I'm so glad that I've never felt sleep paralysis.
Oh my god.
Because I've heard that it's scary.
I have. When I was younger, I would have those a lot. And it was, in the beginning, it was one of the most scary things because you can't move at all, obviously. You can't talk. Can't, like, scream for help. And I always felt like there was a shadow right next to me, just right there staring at me. I felt like it would reach out to me. And sometimes I felt like my arm would levitate up. But I couldn't do nothing. Like, I felt so weak. And I would just pray that it would go away for me to be able to move. It's one of the most scariest things.
Yeah, I've never felt that. So I've never even thought about, like, someone even look at me at 3:15. But, yeah, that happened to me where I would randomly wake up. I didn't make much of it. Because I was like, oh, I'm just randomly waking up at 3:15, 3:05. But
That's crazy that it's at 3 though.
yeah,
Damn.
for like a week straight, I would just wake up full of energy too.
What the?
Wake up full of energy because I would look at my phone to see the time, and then I would just go back to sleep.
Damn. That's scary.
Considering I was 12 years old, I knew I shouldn't have been having sleeping problems at that age. I was sleeping with the fan on next to my bed because it was a hot couple of days in the middle of the summer, so I wasn't sure what exactly was waking me up considering the fan provided a steady white noise. One of these nights, I got up after waking up to refill my glass of water. I went to the bathroom right outside my bedroom, and as I was filling it up, I thought I heard something come from inside my room. I turned off the faucet and then listened, but now there was nothing, just the sound of the fan. I walked to the doorway in my bedroom, and I couldn't tell what it was, but something was creeping me out about my room now. I went upstairs to the living room and decided to sleep on the couch that night. I fell asleep eventually, but that same night, again, I woke up, this time to noises from the kitchen. I saw the glow of the light from the fridge and the sounds of someone rummaging through it. The way that floor was set up had the kitchen out of view from the couch in the living room. I couldn't see who was there. I heard the fridge door eventually shut, then footsteps walk away and downstairs. I was drowsy, and so I went back to sleep. I believe it was the next day that my mom was folding clothes in my room, and she told me my room stunk and I needed to clean up whatever that smell was. I ignored her because I really didn't smell anything. I wish I didn't ignore her, though. That night, our dad put the air conditioning on because it was simply too hot. After we all watched a movie as a family, everyone started getting ready for bed. I went to my room and played video games for a little while before getting sleepy. By that time, I turned off the TV and console and rolled on my side to go to sleep like I always did. Tonight I didn't have the fan on because the air conditioning was on, so there was just the sound of the air blowing out from the vents in the ceiling. I fell asleep, but once again I woke up not long after. I didn't know what the sound I heard was. All I heard was the vent fan blowing air. Then, when it stopped blowing air, the room was silent, and I heard something. Breathing. But it wasn't my breathing, though. I looked around the room. The closet door was shut, so there was no way it was coming from there. Part of my childlike innocence assumed it was my younger sister playing a prank. I got on the floor and looked the one place I could think to look. Under the bed. I lifted the little piece of cloth that dangles at the bottom of the bed, and there was a very large person laying underneath my bed on a pile of blankets. Their head was facing me, but their eyes were closed. I fell backwards and basically crab walked out of the room screaming, "Dad!" I heard my parents' door swing open and my parents yelling in concern. I pointed into my room and said, "Under the bed," and my dad went and pulled out this very large, dirty-looking man. I remember my dad quite easily physically forcing the man outside as my mom called 911. I'm sure he went to jail for a while. Or maybe not, because he was homeless, who knows? This did a lot of mental damage to me where I didn't even want to sleep in my own room anymore, or let alone in that house. I had to sleep in the middle of my parents for a while. Then my dad installed security cameras all over the house. We threw out everything that was opened in the fridge because we had no idea what he put his mouth on in there. The fear of someone being under my bed stayed with me for a long time, years to come. We don't even know how long he was hiding under my bed. It could have been a few days. The smell, the person going through the fridge, the randomly waking up every night for a few days. Whether he meant harm or not, having someone hiding under your bed is every child's biggest nightmare.
What do you think, Maria?
You know, I've seen TikTok stories about these, how there's like a person living in your house and you wouldn't even know it.
Yeah.
But like, obviously you would notice.
We can't relate, you know, we're from the hood. I don't think anyone could get in. You know.
We would find them easily, to be honest.
This is
with the space we have.
Yeah, this is definitely like a
Middle,
suburban house, middle class type of environment that we'd never even. How do you not know someone's there, you know?
The place has to be big enough for them to be able to hide.
Yeah. So I don't think we got scared, guys.
It was like more of a just creepy story, not
yeah,
scary
it was a creepy story, not scary. But let us know if you guys have any good stories for us to listen to. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Overall, this is
That's an okay story.
I don't even think this story would even make it into like Rosa de Guadalupe or anything like that.
Mm.
See you next time.